the 5th of February 2018. This is how the facility looks like. We're gonna go in, it's gonna be noisy. Because of the noise we can't hear the phones, and some temporary exit has been opened that way. It looks dry here, and then we have some cords on the floor, and everything is drying with fans, multiple fans and dehumidifiers everywhere, running all the way aligned to the sink. This was floating. Well, it's glued down, but if it wasn't glued down, it would have been floating on the floor. They removed the baseboards everywhere, taking measurements at some measurement spots, and they are also baseboard removed there, and they are cataloging their measurements or recording their measurements in various sheets here on the wall for their reference. So water is collecting from the dehumidifier there. Let's look around in the kitchen. More noise. That's where the edge of the puddle was, so everything there has been soaked. Again, they are testing the drywall and checking it. The rest of the kitchen unaffected. We'll get back to this classroom in a sec. Down the hallway. Yeah, this carpet was wet, yeah, to about that line there, and it was deep here. They cut up the drywall here, the edge, as well as removed the bottom there, but they also removed the drywall from up top here because of the moisture that sits here on this horizontal surface. Some wet insulation has been removed from here, as well as some further down the road there. Let's look at the brain gym. This temporary power source sub panel was set up here, cable running all the way back to the original breaker panel. And what do we have here? That's how some of the equipment or furniture still looks like. Not cleaned up, not much done to it. Looking just like 5 days ago. That's another test spot there. Now the ceiling tiles are turning yellow and drying slowly. Same stuff, measurement spots on the walls. Some of this needs to be removed. The guys are taking it out in bags. Wet drywall that doesn't dry fast enough. More dehumidifiers run here to the sink to displace the water that they collect. Here is one of them, and there's more over here in this middle classroom here. And that was also a wet spot there. You can see the marks on the ceiling, so it's just drying here. The same stuff is drying, or the same way stuff is drying over here. Same baseboard removed, walls cut up. Now where the water was coming in the heaviest was around this area here, where this locker was removed, and all this is wet. It's not just dark, it's also wet, and a lot of insulation was removed from here,
and it's dry.
Condensation is still sitting here from horizontal surfaces where it doesn't dry fast enough from and doesn't go anywhere. So bags of insulation and wet drywall was taken out of here, and of course the same story repeats on horizontal surfaces here above these lockers. So all this has to go out, and see what the drywall is doing behind. Somewhat the same applies to this area here. There wasn't anything coming in on this side though, but water runs under it, walls soak it up, so that has to be also cut up there behind. In the last classroom with the oak floor, more fans and more dehumidifiers. The floor looks reasonable, maybe a little more matte than previously, but is not spectacularly warped or spectacularly damaged. I'm not saying that this is intact, but this is how it looks like close up. Not terribly bad. Maybe a little floor sanding with some 220 grit or something light can take care of it, and then re-wax it and repolish it. So that's how everything looks like. Can't hear the phones, it's usually so noisy that you can't hear it ringing. This is the only quiet space here. That's why we have the door closed. That's how we're looking today on the 5th of February, 5 days after the leak. Well, the flood.